Previously on Survivor. Takeo dominated in their second challenge in a row. Sammy knows that her idol is fake.
I think the idol I found is totally fake.
And Olivia volunteered to be voted out.
I know that I'm the one that's going to get voted off because I think they should vote me off since I'm not going to be there for the swimming challenge.
I think tribal council went well, but it always stinks taking someone out, so it's a win and a loss since I'm still in it, but yeah. The vote did go how I thought it would. Everyone voted for Olivia, and then I guess Johnny got one vote because Olivia had to pick someone too, so I'm happy with how the vote went because I'm still in it, but at the same time it stinks to kick people out on your team that you're close with, so. I think my alliances are still pretty good. Like in my team, we're all like close. I see them around like school and all that stuff. So like we all talk to each other and like ask each other questions, and we're still good. I think our chances for the swimming challenge will be pretty good. I'd say Johnny and I are going to be swimming in it. So I'm a pretty decent swimmer. I don't know how well of a swimmer he is, but I know that I'll do decent at least. So. I think our team just has to have a little more confidence in each other and more confidence like with ourselves so that we can actually win a challenge. So
I think tribal council went really well, and I think we definitely voted out the best person. The vote went how I thought it would because we all as a team got together and decided that we would vote out Olivia because she isn't going to be here on Sunday. So I was pretty sure everybody was just going to do that. I would like Johnny to be voted out because I definitely think he's the biggest threat, but it is good that Olivia is out. I'm going to miss her a lot though, which makes me sad, but that's one less person that I'll have to worry about in the future, I guess. Now that Olivia is gone, I feel like me and Anna definitely have an alliance with each other, and I'm not sure with Johnny yet. I feel like he probably thinks that us girls are going after him, which is fair, because that's probably true. But I think what I'll have to do is come on good terms with him and then be alliances with both of them, so then neither of them will want me to go. My hope is that our next challenge, which is a swimming challenge, I hope that one goes way better than our other challenges. I feel like we probably won't beat Takeo because they have Ryan and he's a swimmer, so he'll be really good at that. So I think our goal should probably be to beat Matt Singh.
Alright, so we had a second tribal council for the second challenge for the second time in a row. We kind of suck. But tribal council went pretty smoothly, besides the little bumps here and there. But it all worked out. I mean, I'm never happy to vote somebody out. Never happy. Especially twice in a row. Well, I mean, considering our tribe was all allianced, I think we'll still be good. I think I need to branch out, though. Get a few other alliances up in there.
Oh, she got voted off. That was not my guess. Johnny. I thought Johnny would be going. I don't know what he said to them or what they worked out, but man, if I was on that tribe, first person I would have bumped out was Johnny. Wasn't there for the first challenge. I didn't really look over to them while we were doing the second challenge, but I don't know how much he contributed, but man, that's well, I guess as another fellow Gryffindor, I'm happy we still have him in there, but Yeah, I don't know. That's I have to sit and think about that one. That's actually a surprise to me. So.
Of course you are.
It'll be
You're gonna have to put little CC like captions in all these videos.
It'll be cold, but
These dumbasses are running around all goddamn night trying to find his little, what do they call it, immunity? I don't know, god damn it.
What?
CC caption.
oh yeah, CC caption, as in CC cat.
Oh my god, you guys kill me!
When the wildlife get involved.
Yeah, tell the whole floor that somebody found immunity idol.
I did not. I warned Liz against it.
Oh, that was Liz that told everybody.
Yeah, I warned
Way to go, Lizard.
I warned Lizard against it, but she was like,
It's jizzle.
she just didn't know. It's okay. Sometimes you don't know things. Like, the rules sometimes are not always clear.
I don't care.
But it's
Like,
okay.
It's up to the person if they want to use that idol. You know? I mean, once they have it, they have it.
That's a good question.
Didn't Jersey get it?
Yeah.
But he's out of the game.
Because he used
used
it on Johnny. He didn't
He
use
didn't
it to
use
save
it on
himself
Johnny,
because
didn't
he
he?
thought they were gonna vote Johnny out.
He used it on Johnny. He
So
can't
he
give
saved
it away.
it.
He's basically sacrificed himself for Johnny.
I think.
Hunt was a piece of crap. There's been no new lead.
Haven't found any yet. I've not found any idols. I've been looking when I have a chance, but yeah, I'm more and more confirmed that they probably don't exist anyway. So I'll keep looking, but I don't think they exist.
I found out from Sammy, who is in the tribe Takeo, that when you win a reward challenge, that you get a clue of where the idol is. So I hope that my tribe can finally win a challenge so we can start getting those things.
With the next challenge being a swimming challenge, I'm pretty excited. I think it will be fun. We have a couple people on our team excited to swim, and I think it could turn out good for us.
My team is gonna win because we have Ryan and he's a swimmer, and then only Michaela can swim out of the other few of us. So she will also be swimming, but she says she likes to swim, so I think she will do well. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a good swimmer. I can float, and that's about it. And same with Caitlin and Sammy. But I think we will win.
I think our chances at the next challenge are very good because Ryan's on our team and he's like on the swim team in the swimming challenge, so I have a feeling we're just gonna get first again because of that. I probably won't be very much help the next challenge because I'm a terrible swimmer, so hopefully I can just sit that one out. But yeah, I won't be very good at that challenge.
Well, I mean, Ryan's kind of Aquaman. It's kind of unfair, but we're coming for you, Ryan. You're gonna lose. I said that last time, but it didn't work. you know, I think we need to take out some of the opponents on the other teams. But anyway, we need to I don't know, it's kind of hard because you don't know what the challenges are, but I don't know, we know kind of what the next challenge entails. So, we just need to brief up on our skills and dive in. Mad Singh and Dabu, we need to work together to make sure Aquaman and Takao can not win. Because, yeah, they already won twice in a row. Stupid losers.
Yeah, they got first place both times.
How? I just don't understand how.
Well, Kelsey and Sammy are both really smart.
Yeah. And then Ryan's we're going to do a swimming challenge, and he's a collegiate swimmer.
Yeah, I know.
He's already got a one-up on us.
We can take them.
But he's not going to be here, is he?
No, he will be.
He will be here?
Yes, he's going to go back that morning at like 3 in the
It's
morning.
okay.
Well, but he'll be tired.
He'll be
so-
tired.
Hopefully he'll be tired. You got to keep him up. You got to be calling
Yeah, you have
him
to be
and
like,
texting
I gotta
him.
get sleep too.
No.
No, you gotta
Second
keep him up
right.
really late, and then you have all morning to like sleep in.
Right.
You can keep him up until like 3 a.m. when he gets back, and then
So I just gotta sleep. I get to bed early, get up at like 2:30 and wait for him to get back.
yeah, you could do that.
It's like, dude, man, we should go do this. Do that.
And they came right. I had to go to Walmart, and I didn't want to go alone.
Could do that. He's always down for Walmart.
I'm hungry, Ryan. Will you make me food?
No, he always thinks for.
The other tribes are definitely splitting, and I don't know how well it's gonna work because they're all kind of splitting and all aiming towards different people, like people who they want to work with or people who they don't want to work with, and so that's gonna be interesting to see how that eventually folds out. I don't know, I think our chances are still gonna be pretty good. We are the tribe that has the most players, so that might help us. But we're also working as a team, so hopefully that'll keep us winning challenges. Honestly, I think the houses are really what's going to be the big deciding factor on how people get voted out. First night, actually, my teammates kind of all mentioned that they're all Ravenclaws, and I'm not. And they kind of said that, hinted towards later down the road, if it does become this point where there's just like us 5 left, that like I'm probably going to have a good chance of going home just because I'm not a Ravenclaw. And I don't know, I think that's how it's going on the other tribes as well. Like, people are also considering houses, but not only just the houses.
Not really. Like, we definitely solidified the Ravenclaws first. And, like, even if all of us were to get out, we would definitely put our support behind other Ravenclaws and other teams. Just so we get the house points. We still have our buffer person. So far we haven't lost yet. But let's hopefully keep the buffer person for a while.
How will you talk about the game? Yeah. Talk about the game.
Let's talk about the fact that they ate this entire bag and that pizza in one night. Yeah, you.
Well, I helped.
Wake up.
So did Taylor. She helped too.
Oh, Taylor was here?
The Reese's helped.
I didn't see her. I must have missed her. Man. Oh, I didn't look. I was playing with stuff and like charging my phone.
So alliances, I don't really have an alliance, but I have talked to the other.
I don't think I've ever eaten at Papa John's. I've never eaten at Qdoba. I ate Chick-fil-A once.
Qdoba has really good burrito bowls. I tried
Qdoba's burrito bowls suck. Chipotle has
Never
way better
Never been
burrito bowls.
Okay, who asked the
You
wild
haven't
wife?
lived.
You have not lived.
Chipotle, my girl.
Chipotle has the best
You guys
burrito
know
bowls
Ryan?
ever.
There you go.
Really?
I said, who asked the wildlife over there?
You gotta zoom in.
Wild.
Zoom in.
That's probably the funniest
I'm
thing.
sorry, I'm doing my homework and I accidentally heard your conversation because you're being really loud while I'm trying to study and be studious and focus. So, pardon me.
You're more straight.
It's probably the funniest thing I've said all night.
Or ever.
No, it's just, I was on fire last night. You should have heard me.
Well, that wasn't Cougar. Last piece of pizza. Last piece of pizza. Last piece.
Thank you, Casey, for your wonderful greasy pizza.
We don't really have any alliances right now. I like Dabu. I think they're very nice. And Takeo, they're nice too, but they just keep winning.
Come on in, guys. Welcome, Takeo, to your first swimming challenge. Welcome, Matt Singh, to the first swimming challenge. Welcome, Dabu. Alright. Alright, first things first, I'll take back the immunity idol. So how this challenge is going to work is there's 2 rings in the pool. You're going to have one person going first. In between the 5 and the 10-foot area, you're going to grab your tribe-colored ring and bring it back. Once you're out of the water, the second person will go in to get the second ring and come back. And once you're both out of water, a different person on your tribe will toss the rings. But how it's going to work essentially is you're going to have one person go in, grab the first ring. Once it's fully out of the water, the second person gets in to grab the ring. Once they get the second ring fully out of the water, for your 2 tribes, you would have a third person throw the rings, but they're going to have just somebody who just swam throw the ring because they only have 2. Does that make sense? So you're going to be throwing from here and getting both of them onto these.
You have to get the rings first.
Yeah, but the second you're out of the water, you can immediately start tossing. You don't have to wait. Make sense?
There's 2 rings that we have to
Yeah, just 2. And there are your tribe colors? Yeah. Alright, survivors ready. Go! Do both. I guess we have the red ring. It's over here.
What side of rings are they? It's like diving rings.
Super, they're deeper than that. Get out of here.
Yeah, they all slid to the bottom. Yep, they're right there.
All right. Michaela back with the first ring almost. Takeo is in the lead. Come on, Cooper.
So I have to wait for her to get out.
Yeah, she has to be completely out. Takeo almost back. Dabu and Matt Singh struggling to grab their first rings. You have to be fully out before they can hop in. All right, Ryan in the water next.
Hey, don't we start tossing?
Yeah, there's no. You have to wait till they're both out. Yeah, you can tell Ryan's on the swim team.
Oh my god!
Matt Singh and Dabu almost get their first rings. Takeo wins immunity. Dabu is out for their second ring. Matt Singh still working on the first one.
They were in that lane. Where I went out there.
Far lane? Yeah, they kind of drifted a little bit. They're not waving it or something, I don't know.
When people swim, it causes the current to go. When you're swimming this way. Yeah, tap someone in. Come on.
Nice go. Yeah.
Cooper, you want me to just grab them both?
You can do that. Matt Singh still working on their first ring. Dabu is on their second. Alright. Hey Ryan, if you want to just go grab the rings and put them in a more grabbable spot.
Are you ready?
I think Ryan actually has all the rings. Hey, how many did you get? Alright, you're gonna have to throw one back up because you're gonna only get one at a time. Hey, wait, no.
Come on, Cooper! Cooper, hurry up!
Hey, no touching each other. No touching each other.
Come on, Kiana!
That one counts.
Woo, okay.
Dabu has won. Dabu needs one ring. Matt Singh needs two. Dabu wins immunity. Takeo. Dabu starts in second place. Now Bobby Singh council this time. Matt Singh, you will be at tribal council later tonight. Amazing. It went great. I mean, we didn't lose, so there's that. You know, it's a big relief, big sigh of relief, because I don't know who we're gonna vote off next. No idea. Well, Ryan was the most helpful in the challenge. Well, because Aquaman was on one team, so there's that. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Ryan. You're the least important superhero. I mean, there's just three of us, so it's a great alliance we got here going on with the three of us. So there's that. Well, I mean, Matt Singh, I like Matt Singh. Pretty cool guys and girls, and I guess Takeo's okay, minus Ryan. I got one thing to say. All the tribes we've gathered, and we have formed an alliance against one individual. Ryan Moore. We're all against you. Maybe not your tribe, but everyone else. Yeah, I don't really know about Ryan's tribe. Maybe not because they keep winning, so they probably want to keep him around.
I wasn't there for the challenge because I was up in Fargo, North Dakota with my dad. So I missed the challenge and I was so sad because I was excited for this one, but oh well. I feel really good about not losing for once. It has been our first time so far, so I hope that continues. The alliances on my tribe is doing pretty well. I think I definitely have an alliance with Anna, and I feel like I probably have a pretty good alliance too with Johnny, but I haven't really talked to him much about it yet, but I definitely want to have one with him since he's also Gryffindor. I talked to Sammy and Cooper, and I think us three have an alliance with each other because we all figured out that we're Gryffindor, and we definitely want the house points. And we also want to try and become alliances with Johnny, but I'm not really sure how I want to do that yet because at this point on my team, he's a threat, but at the same time it would be good to keep him because he's in Gryffindor as well. So I'll have to try and figure out if I want to kick him out of the team or if I want to keep him.
The challenge went really well. I mean, we didn't lose, so I think second is better than getting last, so we don't have to kick anyone out, so I'm proud with that. Well, I think we got second place instead of first because, well, Ryan is on the other team and he's a swimmer, and so it was easier for him to like dive down and get the rings, and it was a little too deep for Johnny and I, so we were kind of like, oh my gosh, but I mean, got second, so it's good. I'm really excited that we didn't lose this challenge because we didn't have to kick anyone out, so there's 3 of us instead of 2, so I think that's pretty great. I would probably say Johnny was the most helpful in this challenge because he was able to get the deeper ring, and then also he threw the rings onto the board right away, so we won that one. So
okay. The challenge went great. I think we won because our team is very awesome and strong and athletic and just gets shit done. I think the most helpful person was Ryan. I think our alliances are great, and it's showing in our results. Well, with the last swimming challenge, the other tribes seemed confused, but they found their way, which is all that matters.
Alright, what do you think your chances are at the next challenge?
Fucking amazing. Our chances, that is, are amazing.
Alright, anything else to add?
The challenge went really well. We got first. Yeah. I know we won because of Ryan. Well, actually, Michaela was really good at swimming too. Like she was really good. So them together, they're probably the reason that we won that challenge. Probably anybody that sat out. So I sat out. I mean, I guess we weren't really hurtful, but we just didn't contribute whatsoever. So like Kelsey and I, we just didn't really do anything. In general, our team is doing good. We I don't know. I feel like we have pretty good teamwork. So.
the challenge went well, obviously, because we won again. Ryan like literally had to help the other team like relocate their rings because they were that bad. No. But so we like won really fast, and then I think Cooper was still in the pool trying to get his like first ring out while we were like already done. So I mean, that wasn't too hard of a challenge for us. I think it was mainly because we had Ryan, not gonna lie. I don't wanna like boost his self-esteem or anything, but he did well. We did well, I guess. So, well, Well, like Michaela was good at swimming too. I mean, it wasn't just Ryan. She got hers out actually pretty fast, like especially compared to the other teams. And then like Sammy threw the rings and she did like pretty good. I mean, it probably took, I don't know, 5-10 times, but I mean, we weren't like really rushed, so. Well, I guess I kind of already mentioned this, but like Ryan and I basically agreed that we're probably gonna vote Sammy out just because she's like Gryffindor, and we obviously want our house to win at the end of the semester, not just like in Survivor. And then I guess we haven't talked to Caitlin about it yet, but we probably will since she's a Ravenclaw too. Well, they definitely hate us more every challenge. The tribes do, anyways. I was surprised Dabu didn't lose. I was so proud of them. That would have like really messed things up because they would have only had like 2 people on their tribe, which would have been sad. So it's probably a good thing that the other tribe lost for once, but I think every time we win they just keep getting more salty about it.
Rebels. Well, we're not messing around in pools and trying to figure out stupid puzzles. We're here watching Archer. Most of the time.
I like the pool game. I liked it a lot.
Of course you like that challenge a lot. You
Those
won.
guys, Bam. Those exact same guys you just described.
Oh.
I think the challenge was went really well for our team. Michaela got in and got the first ring, and that was good. And she got back really fast before the other 2 even found it. So that was nice just to be ahead before like Ryan even got into the pool. And then once Ryan was in the pool, it was like 2 seconds later he was out again. So I guess I expected that. But then I don't know, I felt a little pressure because I had to actually throw the rings, and that's a little scary. But we got it, so we won. So. Well, it helped. We won because Ryan was really fast, but I also think still because we were still working as a team. If we were all divided, I think it would have went a little bit differently, just because everyone would be like trying to get against each other so that we wouldn't have to vote anyone off. But since we haven't got to that stage where we've had to even think about tribal council, I guess it's kind of helped us stay a full team.
The challenge I had a good time with. I think we should definitely do more swimming challenges. Maybe use different colored rings that don't match the lighting / pool bottom. Because even the red ones were hard to find when they were on the black line. The swimming challenge was good. Felt bad for Matt Singh that they lost. Gotta give it a hand to Michaela and Sammy, because I was a little worried about Michaela's swimming abilities when I saw her attempting to swim. And she did very well. She was the first one in and first one out. For a second there, I didn't think she was going to make it. And then Sammy just came in amazing with the little tosses and getting both edges on the board. Yeah, we saw Christina, like, listening in on Cooper's little, this kind of thing. And that's really not a cool thing to be doing, especially in front of a tribal meeting where someone's gonna get voted off, 1, and 2, against your own team. Like, if you're gonna play dirty against the other teams. Don't play dirty on your own team. There's gotta be some form of trust there. And I know Sammy talked to Cooper about it and was like telling him what happened. That like rubbed him the wrong way a little bit.
The challenge really didn't go as well as I planned. We lost, so that was pretty sad. I thought we were going to do pretty good since Cooper and Dan were really excited about swimming. So it didn't go as well as planned since Cooper couldn't find the ring at first, and I could understand that because some of the other teams were struggling to get the rings too, but when everybody came back with at least 1 ring and he was still out there, I started to worry. I think we lost because Cooper couldn't find the rings, and eventually Dan went out there to help him, but then Dan couldn't find them either. Ryan actually had to go out and help them, which really sucked. I think the most helpful was Ryan because he threw the rings a little bit closer, so I don't think they had to tread water as much. They could probably rest a little bit easier, but I think when Dan went out there to help Cooper, that helped a lot because Dan brought both of the rings back, so I think that helped us a lot. The other tribes are still going really strong. Of course, with Ryan on the team of Takeo, of course they won since it was a swimming challenge, and I was really surprised that Dabu actually got second place since they only had 2 people there since their third person didn't show up. I think I should have thrown the rings other than Kiana, just because I'm not against her or anything, but I play softball, so I feel like I have a better range or like a better aim than maybe she would have.
The challenge kind of sucked because we didn't find our rings right away. I don't know, it was just kind of unorganized. I think we had a chance, we just couldn't really, I don't know, it was just kind of it was kind of lucky whether we got to the bottom and saw the rings or not, and we didn't, obviously, so I guess we kind of just, I guess it is what it is, you know, we just didn't do what we had to do to win. I mean, I didn't really do my part anyways. I didn't find the ring. I could blame it on Cooper, but it really wasn't his fault. I couldn't do what, I mean, I did exactly what he was doing. I got down there, couldn't find the ring. I would say it was on all of us.
I think the challenge went a little rough, but it wasn't really anyone's fault. It was just a hard challenge, and the little rings kept floating away, so it was hard to find them, and I think we lost for a couple different reasons, but it wasn't really anyone's fault, but poor Cooper has his little shade thing, so he can't really tell the difference between colors. And then throwing the rings was a little hard, I think. It was just an off day, no one's fault. I think Dan was the most helpful because he went out there and helped Cooper and he got both of the rings and moved it closer so Cooper could find the other ring.
Camp life. Because
I am physically not strong enough to move his legs off of me. So, no, that is disgusting. Get your bamboo socks off of me.
The challenge was an epic fail on our end, I would say. We did not have the strongest swimmers in the pool. I was excited to swim, and then I didn't end up swimming, which was a little disappointing, but it's okay. I think we could have put some stronger people in the pool, and it could have turned out a little differently, but I'm not on anybody about that. I'm just staying cool about it. What's in the past is in the past. We don't worry about it anymore. Ryan on Takeo was the biggest help because he actually helped get the rings to put him in a spot where our people in the pool could actually see him because they were struggling like crazy. We had 2 people in the pool looking for both rings when other teams already had one out, so it's just not rolling well. I don't think anybody on our team was really much of a help at all. Everybody was kind of slacking in that challenge. But I was kind of bummed that I didn't get a swim because I thought I would have been able to help quite a bit, but I kind of got shut out when people decided they were going to swim. I got tossed to the side and stuck throwing the rings, which is not my strength, but I didn't say anything because I was kind of upset under the rug. I think Takeo is just very big-headed right now, and they're just flying high. And I think once they lose a challenge, it's really going to hurt them because they've just gotten lucky lately. And Dabu, I've been worried about them. Only with 3 people left, so I'm glad they got a win under their belt. Everybody needs one. Got them kind of back in the game, and they're a little bit more competitive. I don't think going into the swimming challenge they had much of a chance, but they pulled out.
Well, it didn't go very well. Obviously, the other teams were a lot better suited, I guess, for this challenge than we were, and I certainly had a difficult time even locating where my ring was, and I couldn't, reach it for the most part. Definitely couldn't see it at all. I could see our other blue ring, but that wasn't the one I was supposed to be going for. So, Hey, it was a very difficult challenge for me to do personally, and it was obviously for our tribe as well. Well, I think we lost because there's a combination of one, I don't think we were prepared as other teams were. We kind of threw together who was going to be swimming, pretty much yesterday for the most part for what we were doing strategy-wise, and obviously we weren't as keen on swimming as other teams were as well. We weren't the best swimmers out there as well, and I don't know. We were just simply out swam. We were out, just outmatched pretty much all over the place. I'd probably say I was the most hurtful person for our tribe because I couldn't even locate the ring, let alone, even reach down and get it. I tried to reach for the dark blue one the one time and I couldn't get it. I'm not as good as a swimmer as I thought I was going to be. I kind of came in there thinking, I got this, we didn't even really know what the swimming challenge was for the most part. I could have sworn it was going to be like a relay of some sort, but yeah, I was not ready for this and I think I left my team down. I think Dabu kind of lucky with this one. I had two people and they did end up beating us, but it really came down close at the end there. As far as Takeo goes, is anyone surprised that they won this challenge? They do have one collegiate swimmer on that team, and Michaela was a lot better than a swimmer than I thought she was going to be, and they had plenty of time to get their rings over before we did, and so they blew us by a mile. It was, they were way more equipped for the challenge than we were, and I have a feeling that if we have to do another swimming challenge, it might be the same story again. So hopefully next time if we do one, it will be a different outcome.
So, I honestly don't want Christina back again because I think she's going to pull both you and I off.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't want to pull you off either because I'd rather much have Christina swim with you. If, God forbid, we come down to another confessional, I won't pull you off.
I won't pull you off either.
Because I don't want Christina in the game.
Yeah.
I don't think Yana will vote for me either. And I don't want you to go next either because then they're probably going to do you. Because let's be honest, they probably talk a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't trust either one, but I trust you. So.
Yeah, I trust you too.
Okay, so I don't want to pull you off. And so I want to make it to the next round.
Yeah.
I bet you do too. So.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's a deal.
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, I knew I didn't want to pull you off.
Plus, I heard rumblings that Christina might have listened to my confessional, so,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I'm kind of concerned about that, because she might know stuff that she's not supposed to know, and so, she might use that against me, so, yeah, alright, so, just keep on the deal, don't tell Christina, so.
Oh, no, I won't.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright, I'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm planning to vote off Christina tonight because I feel like over the last few challenges she's done the least. She wasn't awfully excited about the swimming challenge, the one that we were going to do today, and she didn't really want to do it, though she said she would. As far as the other challenges go, I don't feel like she really contributed. She more sat back, kind of watched what happened as we were going along, and that's probably why I'm going to vote her off. I feel like she's the least valuable to us right now. Plus, she knows how the game works, so I don't want her around at all. So. Not a clue. I have no idea who other people are voting for. If I had to take a guess, it'd probably be me, since I haven't talked to anybody, let alone made alliances. So this might be the last confessional you get to hear from me. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know. There's definitely a lot of alliances being formed, and I will take account for some of the votes tonight. I definitely changed some people's decisions on who they were going to originally vote for. So it's interesting that people can be persuaded that easily. There was definitely a conversation between Christina, Taylor, and I to begin with, like right before they went to Tribal, and they were just talking about who they were going to vote out. And originally Christina was going to vote out Cooper, like dead set against changing her mind. And then as I was thinking about it, I thought that Cooper might be part of an advantage because he is he's a Gryffindor. So it would be nice once the merge happens that like Gryffindors would probably vote to one side, Ravenclaw would probably go to the other. So I thought that'd be a good idea to keep him in. And so I kind of told Christina that like he might be good with like the muscle challenges and with other mental challenges, and she completely followed. And that might also be part of her decision, but like I don't know. So she did decide to vote for Dan because of that.
Just go with it. Okay, I should probably say
I was thinking about voting out Cooper anyway. Just because the last time we had
the challenge and he went and did his confession like afterwards, and he came back and he said he was like, he said he like mentioned everybody's name at least once.
Oh, really?
Of like talking about people, and so I was like, okay. He like came back and he said Tristan was laughing so hard, and I was like, okay, it's probably funny, but the fact that he mentioned everybody's name at least once, is like, okay. Plus, he told me or the group that he was gonna plan on making an alliance with Jersey.
Oh, really?
And
I didn't
so,
know.
my guess is since Jersey's out, he's gonna want to make an alliance with someone else. So my thought is, get him out before he has a chance to make an alliance.
But alliances don't even matter till the merge. So like even if he made an alliance, whoever he makes an alliance with might not make it to the merge. Because honestly, you don't know. Like hypothetically, if he had an alliance with, at this point, let's just say it's Dan. Like Dan could get voted out. Like you guys could still vote him out. But the only thing is also to think about, like, okay, you guys' option honestly sucks. Like there's no good choice.
No.
But if you keep him, he might be a good person to align with.
Cooper?
Yeah, because he's so competitive and he wants to win. Like, it might not be a bad idea to keep him to align with him.
Yeah. Well, because
honestly, I didn't know he was aligning with Jersey, and that could literally backfire on him in the end of the game.
It could.
So, Dan, I don't really know much about Dan.
I know.
I don't
was
either.
like, literally, you can't vote like anybody out because like no one's done stuff.
No one's done anything like wrong. These are the hardest decisions.
I don't know how the other team has done it twice already.
After talking with the girls, I decided to vote off Dan, but I'm not sure who they were voting off. I think I'm gonna vote off Dan because I think Cooper would be a really good teammate to keep. I think he knows how to strategize, and I think he would be a good teammate to maybe make an alliance with. And I think he would be really good for if there was like any physical challenges. I feel like he would be better than Dan.
Recently we have created an alliance, I would say, and we're able to talk about what we thought about the challenge, and I trust who's in the alliance, and I feel very safe, and I believe they're very safe, but I'd say Dan and Cooper might have to worry on the voting ceremony side. I am currently unsure who I'm going to vote out. Again, I would just personally believe that Cooper and Dan are in my top deciding on who I'm going to vote, but I'm not sure yet.
Cooper's
a
a
little
little
mad
and
upset
I think Cooper's
at the
super
moment.
sad.
Yeah.
Because like on the
'Cause
walk
you guys
here, he did
lost.
talk to us like
I'm
at
like,
all.
Cooper, you want to strategize? And he's like, no. And just
He
walked
was like
away.
later. He was like later, but it was like.
It's like we don't really have time later.
Well, he was really set on swimming.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, are you sure? And he's like, oh yeah.
So was Dan. I even
The
asked Dan
turnout
if he was
wasn't
sure.
that great.
Well, yeah. Dan said he wanted to do the furthest one, and I don't know if he was a good swimmer, but I consider myself to be a good swimmer because
Me
I
too,
can
I was
really hold
prepped
my
and ready.
breath, especially if you're going down like 15 feet. And I was like, "You sure you want to do this?" And he said yes. So.
Yeah, that was their choice. And
Lost.
I think I'm going to vote for Cooper. I think that's who most people on my alliance are going to vote for, so that's what I'm going to do as well. I think most of the girls will vote for Cooper, to be honest. I think there's a good chance I'll be voted out just because I haven't made any alliances. I think it'd be easy to. I think Cooper is the type of guy that would go up to the girls and say, hey, let's make an alliance, vote this person out, and then they would probably follow along just because, or the girls would just bond together.
I don't know who I'm gonna vote out yet. We'll see what happens. I know Christina said she was gonna vote for Dan. I don't know who Dan voted for. Dan will vote for. Cooper, I'm not for sure. And Kiana is either gonna vote for Cooper or Dan.
My vote is probably going to be Dan.
Dan or Cooper. I don't know though, because, I mean, Dan did get both of the rings. He was in there for half the time of the pool. Yeah. And he didn't give up. He was like, I'm gonna get these.
I know.
Well, I don't think Cooper gave up. I think it was just hard for him
Yeah.
to see, especially because he'd been out there for a long time.
Right.
So it's right after the first swim challenge. Just got done with that. Obviously we lost. It's not a good feeling to lose like that, especially get third place. And I feel like now because I didn't do very good, my team's probably going to vote me off. And yeah, we'll see how tribal council goes, but I don't think it's going to end very well for me. And yeah, it's going to be pretty rough. I fully expect to get voted off now, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? So I'll see if I'll probably talk around to some other people and try and play for my life, you know. So we'll see what happens.
Come on in, guys. Welcome, Matt Singh, to your first tribal council. Please grab a torch and take your seats.
So welcoming about it.
Right. Torch represents, the torch is fire, which represents your life in the game. So when the torch goes out, your journey in this game is over. Cooper, hi. How do you think the challenge went?
Well, we're here. Well, I mean, what else is that a description as? Not very good. I don't think it went very good at all.
Okay. Taylor, why do you think your tribe struggled so much?
I think this shade thing, made it a little difficult since you couldn't really see the rings because of the color of the water. It's okay.
Christina, why do you think Takeo did so well in the challenge?
Because Ryan's a swimmer and he should be banned.
Okay.
So this is disqualify him as amateur.
Well, I mean, if Ryan being on the swim team would get rid of him from swimming challenges, then I mean, someone in here were all, I don't know, on the track team, they really shouldn't be able to partake in any challenges that I'm running, so... It's different.
It's different.
Everybody brings their own special game. That's what makes it fun.
Dan, how has your strategizing been going? Do you know if there's any alliances on your tribe? I don't know if there's any alliances, so it makes me nervous. Kiana, with this vote tonight, do you think this is it a personal vote? Is it something that you're voting with alliances, or are you voting just to keep the tribe strong?
I believe that the type of voting that we're having today will definitely impact the tribe, but in this game we gotta be the strongest, so it'll help us.
There's been some idol talk, you could say.
Oh yeah. Then
What do you know? What do you know about idols?
I know that they're really hard to find, and that I don't know anybody who has them here at least. So I have no idea if anybody has an idol on this team or not.
Christina, do you think idols will take part tonight? Is that gonna affect how you vote?
I do not think anybody has an idol tonight, so I don't think it's going to affect anything.
And with that, we'll get to the vote. Taylor, you're up first. Whoosh. How many fire alarms here we go?
I'm voting for Christina off of our tribe because I feel like she's done the least amount of this out of our tribe so far. I feel like she's contributed the least and put in the least amount of effort, and that is why.
This guy is responsible for me. I take my torch back in the team.
Sorry, Dan. I feel like Cooper is a better strategizer.
I just think he didn't perform very well in the challenge. That's a big part of this game.
Alright, I will go tally the votes. I have the votes. If anybody has an immunity idol and would like to play it, now's the time to do so. Alright, I will read the votes. First vote, Cooper. Second vote, Christina. That's one vote Cooper, one vote Christina. Next vote, Dan. That's one vote Cooper, one vote Christina, one vote Dan. Dan. That's two votes Dan, one vote Christina, one vote Cooper. There's one vote left. If this vote is for Cooper or Christina, we will have a tie. Third person, voted off of SoDak Season 3, Dan. Dan, can you please bring me your torch? The tribe has spoken. Please place your torch in the bucket and place your buff into the fire.
Good luck, guys. Thanks for playing.
Dan said that he didn't think that there were alliances on this tribe and that he felt like he might not have been a part of one, and clearly he was not. Hopefully your tribe is strong enough to take out Takeo and stop their immunity run. We'll see you at the next challenge.
Obviously, it kind of sucks. I mean, I got voted out. I can't say I didn't see it coming, but I was kind of surprised they did that. I was kind of surprised that I got voted out, I guess. I did have fun playing the game, yeah. I met some people on my floor that I've never met before, so that's good. Probably could have done, or tried to, my strategy, like I didn't really have much strategy coming, like I didn't talk about who people were voting for, stuff like that. And mostly just because like none of my close friends were playing the game, so I didn't really want to like go out of my way to like talk to the girls and Cooper and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't know how good they're gonna like fare without, I don't know, I felt like I was kind of a leader, kind of got things organized, and especially in that first challenge. Maybe not so much the second challenge or the third challenge, but the first challenge, I definitely say I was a big part of the reason why we won that one.
Next time on Survivor. The survivors experience another fire alarm. Everybody wants to get Ryan out.
Ryan, I still hate you, but I love you. I hate you, I love a Dabu out.
And the tribes are changing. Alright, before we get to the challenge, I have an announcement. You need to drop your buffs.